Welcome back! What up, guys? Welcome back to the channel, man. Today we're gonna be doing race car shit. Well, I should say race truck shit. Race truck shit.
Hell yeah.
Get out of the way. Oh, I almost kidded.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Actually, it's ready to go if you want to move.
Oh man, get out of the way.
Got it marked. So.
That's where you gotta cut?
Yeah.
Only that?
So I think I gotta go back like probably another inch. I just didn't have room to mark it in there.
Yeah.
But because of these being upwards right here,
Yeah.
that part of it literally will just sit in there good enough. So we'll kind of just mess around with it and see what we can.
Yeah, for sure. So yes, Braven's gonna be putting a fuel cell in the bed of the truck, getting rid of the stock tank. Currently, he's got his truck up and running again, and it is on the stock tank, which is, I'm sure, an interesting sight driving down the street for the normies. Not gonna believe this shit. He didn't have to do anything to his drive shaft. Nothing, zero, nada. So with the rear axle, you don't have to cut it. You don't have to shorten it. You only have to do like what we did, was move the spring perches over like an inch and 5/16 on each side. And the damn drive shaft freaking fits, man. Precision U-joint, part number 354. That's all that he had to buy. And then his stock drive shaft hooked, connected directly to that little piece that comes on the 8.8, and boom, bolted right in. Didn't have to have anything extended, shortened, nothing.
Yep.
Nothing.
We paid like 20 bucks.
I know, dude. And honestly, if I would have known that, I thought it was gonna be a whole ordeal to get the drive shaft in this truck. If I would have known that, we would have just done it in the last video, and in one video it'd have been up and driving, installed driving, you know. But hey, you learn something new every day, right? All right, so that's gonna be the fuel cell's home. Now we need to attach it. We don't have any straps for this fuel cell, so we're gonna have to make some. Lucky me, I've just got a stock of freaking aluminum over on the side of my house. So pretty much we want about 2 inches on the bed, and then whatever the length is of this, the whole length of the gas tank, add all that together, and then plus 2 inches on each side, and then cut it, and then we'll have to measure and bend it and all that kind of stuff. Times 2.
30th.
Where's the tape measure at? Stop losing the damn tape measure, man.
Keep setting it down somewhere.
You keep taking it with you to the bathroom, you son of a bitch. All right, straps are made. We went ahead and made a little template for actually marking the mounting holes to make sure that all 4 of them are the exact same, just to be symmetrical. While Braven's drilling those out, I'm gonna go ahead and clean up our cut. We want to try to dull this out so we don't have to risk this possibly cutting into the fuel cell, you know what I mean? All right, we got the holes marked and everything. Made sure that the fuel cell is sitting even and centered inside of the bed. Now we're ready to just drill some damn holes in this son of a bitch. And we're going to be putting rib nuts in the bed to actually hold the straps down. God dang, boy, can't even see out this son of a bitch with this freaking tent, man. The hell? How's the LSD feel?
It's a world of a difference. Whenever I'm
Instead of having a damn locker,
yeah,
no more chirps. You have 373 gears now, too. So shoo, should be a huge ass difference, boy. The easiest 8A swap in the world, man.
Well, jacking this thing up like this, bro. It took, honestly, I started off on the floor. I jacked the truck up and I ended up all the way up here.
Actually, go a little higher. We need to get a little behind towers.
Man, that's smart, bro. Look at that. You got this. That's not real easy.
Yes, sirree. Yes, sirree, Bobbert. Timber. All right, so this was kind of short-lived, but Braven got his stock. What the hell happened? Squirted with what?
Gasoline.
So Braven got his stock gas tank up here mounted. This was meant to be a temporary thing. I mean, with the blocks of wood and everything, you know what I'm saying. Anyhow, he was gonna mob it around like this for a little while, but then we realized, you know what, dude? We got a fuel cell back there. We have all the lot. Dude, we literally had everything here at the house. Didn't have to go and buy anything.
For most of the stuff we've done, we've had everything at the house.
Yeah.
Everything that we've done to the truck just the past like week has all been at the house, bro.
Yeah, haven't had to spend any money.
Spent any money, bro. Other than
which is great. Except for wheels.
Diff fluid, wheels.
Shit. We're taking his ratchet strapped gas tank off of here. We gotta do a little bit of figuring out with the fuel lines. We do have an external pump that we're gonna put on it. It's gonna be a Bosch 44 for now. And a inline filter that we're gonna add. All inline stuff, you know, and then get his bed mounted on here with the fuel cell and bang bang. Another really good thing is the fact that it's going to be shifting the weight of the gas tank to behind the rear axle. So at least then the weight of the gas will help with traction, where his stock fuel tank was right here. You know what I'm saying? And it was in front of the axle, which that's not where you want your weight at. And it was only on one side of the vehicle, which is the driver's side. So it just makes the weight bias of the vehicle all off. So with it being moved to the back, we'll be able to use that weight for traction, and it'll be better centered, you know, distributing the weight around the truck a little more evenly.
It's gonna be PTFE lines.
Oh yeah, and PTFE. So be ready for E85. So we were pretty certain that where it is we have this fuel cell at, it wasn't going to be in the way of anything. But looking at it now, this section right here that spare tire, like little reel system hooked to, that's going to be in the way. So we definitely got to cut that thing out. And we also don't want these wires to potentially get pinched between the cell and right here. I think this is going to clear. I'm pretty certain that's not. So we're going to cut this section out and then go ahead and move these wires down to inside of this channel, so we don't have to worry about them getting pinched by the tank. And then we should be golden as far as clearance. Alright, so got this thing cut out, and I went ahead and I painted the top of this just so it's not bare metal, and I deburred it so it's not sharp. Braven is running his AN line. He got the filter mounted down there underneath the cab, and then the AN line's running up the frame rail, and he's got some straps holding it down there, and then it's going to cross over. It goes into this hole, and then it goes into the fuel pump, which is mounted underneath there. So we went ahead and used rib nuts to mount it, so we don't have to do the pain in the ass wrench on the top bullshit. So he is currently measuring the line, so he's got to figure out how long that's got to be, and then he's gonna pull it back off, cut it, put the fitting on it, blow it out, clean it and stuff. While he is doing that, I need to go ahead and pull that fuel pump back off and get it out of my way, because this is an external pump. The bad thing about external pumps is they will get hot. They tend to get hot because they're not submerged inside of gasoline to keep them cool. And where we're mounting it, it's completely closed off. So I'm gonna actually just take a hole saw and I'm gonna cut some holes right here so that air can actually pass through here and hit the damn fuel pump. Hopefully, fingers crossed, that will be enough airflow to help keep that thing cool. Airflow. Ventilation. Hey! Hey, wet paint, son of a bitch. Get no respect around here.
None.
No fucking respect. Pendeja. Next morning, man. Braven's at work. Ran into some problems last night with the fuel system. We never really understood what was up with the Colorado fuel system, but now I think we have a better understanding. So there was never a return line on this truck. So we're under the impression that this thing must have some kind of return or fuel pressure regulator built into this. That's the only place it could be. So now with that Bosch 44 on there, Braven got everything hooked up last night, started the truck up, everything was fine, but then the fuel pump started overheating and it popped the fuse. Reason being is there's no fuel pressure relief. There's no return system at all. So it just was overworking the fuel pump and it shut off. Well, it popped the fuse. Once we got that figured out, he had to go through and redo some things. He had one of those Corvette style filters that he put underneath there that actually has the return built into it, and that is what that guy is right there. So I ended up having to move the fuel pump to that side, so had enough room to actually run the return style fuel filter. Downside of that is now there's a fuel filter there and there's another fuel filter up there. He doesn't need two. And we didn't have a fitting. We did not have an AN fitting for right here. So kind of had to make something work. But in which it would have worked. Just the only problem is the part that plugs into that filter. It's kind of like one of those, like, it's the factory, like, quick connect connector or whatever. I don't know what the heck you call that thing, but that thing is leaking. We tried everything and it's leaking. so instead of running that filter, what we're gonna do is actually order an aftermarket pressure regulator that has a return output, and just put a pressure regulator down there. So then it'll just pass through the fuel pressure regulator and it'll have a return section on it that you can run back up to the return on the tank, in which that is what this -6 line is that he put in last night. So this is his return. And of course, being that it is Sunday right now, we have Speedway local to us, but they're not open. Anywhere to get that kind of stuff isn't open right now, so we went ahead and just ordered one off of Amazon. It's gonna be here tomorrow, but unfortunately we couldn't get it done in today's video. Anyhow, I have a cheese crisp in the microwave right now. I'm gonna go eat that and edit this video for you guys. I hope you had an amazing weekend like I did over here in Funtown. Peace, and I'll see you tomorrow.